Farewell, God knows when we shall meet again. I have a faint cold fear thrills through my veins that almost freezes up the heat of life. I'll call them back again to comfort me. Nurse, what should you do here? My dismal scene I needs must act alone. Come, vial. This mixture do not work at all. Shall I be married then tomorrow morning? No, no, no. This shall forbid it. Love letter. What if it be a poison which the friar subtly had ministered to have me dead? Lest in this marriage you should be dishonored, because he married me before to Romeo. I fear it is in him things should not, for he had still been tried a holy man. How if, when I am laid into the tomb, I wake before the time that Romeo come to redeem me, there's a fearful point. Shall I not then be stifled in the vault, to whose foul mouth no healthsome air breathes in, and there die strangled ere my Romeo comes? Oh, if I live, is it not very like the horrible conceit of death and night, together with the terror of the place? Black is it, not very like that eye, so early waking like the loathsome smells, and shrieks like mandrakes torn out of the earth, at living mortals hearing them run mad, and madly play with the joints of my forefathers, and pluck the mingled tibble from his shroud, and with some great kinsman's bones, as in this rage, dash out my desperate brains. Oh, look. Methinks I see my cousin's ghost, seeking out Romeo that did spit his body. Upon a rapier's point, stay, Tybalt, stay. Romeo, I come, this do I drink to thee. Thanks, Ella.
Thank you. No. It was put where it's meant to be. Further back. Great. Now, I really am not, I'm going to try not to say this all day, but will you just go, so just take a couple of steps back. Just go back to the beginning of the monologue. And no, you don't, no, stay. Back to the beginning of Juliet, you should know it.
Yes.
And really look at the space behind you. You have to fill, so this is the normal volume. This is the normal volume the whole time. Will you just try and let it go?
Yeah.
You're still holding back on your voice a bit.
Okay, yeah, I can for sure do that. Farewell, God knows when we shall meet again. I have a faint cold fear thrills through my veins that almost freezes up the heat of life. I'll call them back again to comfort me. Nurse, what should she do here? My dismal scene I needs must act alone.
Great. Do you feel the difference?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm expecting the bass line to be. So now you get to do Snake, knowing that that's the bass line.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
And tomorrow, you have to fill the whole space.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Good. Thank you.
Of course.
So I'm actually being helpful to you. I'm not being mean. Yes?
No, thank you. Yeah.
So
I think my nerves are just getting to me.
that's okay, but this is why, this is what this is about. It's like you're a junior.
Yeah.
Are you going to do it, or are you going to...
No, I'm gonna do it.
So do it.
All right.
Okay?
The paragraphs, madam, were all inserted, as I copied them myself in a feigned hand. There can be no suspicion whence they came. Did I circulate the reports of Lady Brittle's intrigue with Captain Boastell? That is in as fine a train as your ladyship could wish. In the common sense of things, I think it must reach Mrs. Clackett's ears within 24 hours. And then, the business is as good as done. Oh yes, truly, madam. Mrs. Clackett has a very pretty talent and a great deal of industry and has been tolerably successful in her day. To my knowledge, she has been the cause of 6 matches being broken up and the 3 sons being disinherited, of 4 forced elopements, as many close confinements, 9 separate maintenances, and 2 divorces. Nay, I have more than once traced her causing a tete-a-tete in the Town and Country magazine, when the parties perhaps have never seen each other's faces before in the course of their lives. Yes, madam, 'tis very true. She certainly has talents, but her manners gross. She generally designs well, has a free tongue and a bold invention, but her face painting is too brash, and her outline often extravagant. She wants that delicacy of hint and mellowness of sneer which distinguish your ladyship's scandal. I am not in the least partial, madam. Everybody allows that Lady Sneerwell can do more with a word or a look than many can with the most labored detail, even when they happen to have a little truth on their side to support it. But, Lady Sneerwell, there is one affair in which you have lately employed me, wherein, I confess, I am at a loss to guess your motives. I do indeed mean with respect to your neighbor, Sir Peter Teazle and his family. Here are 2 young men to whom Sir Peter has acted as a kind of guardian since their father's death. The elder possessing the most amiable character and universally well spoken of. The youngest, the most dissipated and extravagant young fellow in the kingdom, without friends or character. The former an avowed admirer of your ladyship and apparently your favorite. The latter attached to Maria, Sir Peter's ward, and confessedly beloved by her. Now, on the face of these circumstances, it is utterly unaccountable to me why you, the widow of a city knight with a good jointure, should not close with the passion of a man of such character and expectations as Mr. Surface. And more so, why you should be so uncommonly earnest to destroy the mutual attachments subsetting between his brother Charles and Maria.
Good. Would that have been like that if I hadn't stopped you after Juliet?
I fear it would have, because this one I felt more confident in.
So you think it would have been that big?
A little, just like a teeny bit. But I think I wouldn't have like I wouldn't have engaged my diaphragm as much more.
Okay.
I wouldn't have as much support in my voice.
Okay. Good. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much.
Of course. And for poops and giggles, I want to give you my sheet and get your feedback on my markings.
Great. Did you look up how to pronounce various
Yes,
words?
I did.
Did you look up the word amiable?
Oh no.
Okay.
Sorry, because the way it was pronounced, I'd seen people pronounce it as amiable.
I don't know who you saw pronounce it as amiable, but they are wrong.